Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCollum, and today we are taking a look at Flux Defense's 365 Ultralight Raider. This is their chassis to turn a P365, a SIG P365, into a PCC, a stocked, like a really cool, over-capable, stocked little pistol. Of course, they did this first for the P320. That was the standard Flux Raider. But ever since that came out, there have been people who wanted to have the same sort of platform capability, a little bit smaller. This is holsterable. This is actually carryable. And of course, it uses the P365, which does not have the questionable issues, perhaps, that might exist in the P320. So it's really nice to be able to have a Flux Raider and not need to have a P320 in it. At any rate, they originally came out with a metal version of this chassis. They have now released the polymer version of it, which is a bit less expensive and lighter. And so we are going to take a look at one of those here today. To start with, it has a pistol brace, very definitively a pistol brace, according to them. Deployment button here, unlike the original Flux Raider, this will actually deploy into the fully locked position nicely. All you have to do is release it. It's got a big old spring here, as well as this piece of bungee cord. It does come with a couple replacements in case this gets worn, but it's enough to actually snap the stock all the way out. With the original Flux Raiders, the stock would kind of open halfway and then you'd have to lock it in place. Interestingly, with the holster, you can actually remove the deployment button so that you have to hold the stock in place when you holster it, and when you draw the gun, the stock just immediately automatically snaps open and reduces the draw time. Anyway, the other features on here, if you're not familiar with the Flux Raider, you of course have your normal magazine, but you also have a backup magazine in the front, and there's a mag release here that drops both of them. The idea being, when your main mag is empty, you grab the front mag and hit the button. That drops the mag, reload, rack it, and you're ready to go. You then also have a regular mag release right here for active magazine, I guess you'd call it. This is mag storage, this is active. Also, I should point out that the 365 Raider actually uses the safety infrastructure from the actual P365. The original Raider had its own trigger block safety here. The 365 one, this pistol had an ambidextrous safety that I installed, and that safety is fully functional and usable in the Raider, which is really nice. Now, if you watched my video from Link's Brutality this past year, I shot that with a P365. It was, in fact, this P365. I just took my barrel and slide assembly off, dropped it onto this chassis, and good to go. It still has the same Gideon fully enclosed RMSC optic on it, which is super cool. But this is my first chance to bring it out and do some shooting with it. Let's see how it is. It certainly makes hits a lot easier with a shoulder stock than with just a standalone dinky little P365 pistol. Right, a couple other features to point out to you guys here. One is this bump on the stock. I'm sure a lot of people look at this and they're like, wow, you've got your face really close to that slide that's reciprocating. That's got to be really distracting. So first off, it's not, I don't even notice that there is a slide there reciprocating, but this serves as a tactile warning. Don't put your face farther forward than this bump, or you potentially may interfere with the slide, and that'll hurt. So that's why that is on there. The butt plate here, this is intended to be a pistol brace. I don't know if they actually, I'm sure they are going to be making a slightly wider example. That's a little bit harsh on the shoulder just because it is a bit narrow. There's no reason it has to be. Like, they could do a full width, which would be a little bit nicer to use. You'll notice that there is this is actually, while the frame is polymer, this is a metal, I think it's aluminum, shield on the front. And my 365 slide actually just comes to right here. This is there so that you can use an accessory rail down there. You can grip the gun up here and get a good solid grip on it, and you don't have to worry about actually putting your hand in front of the muzzle because you've got this guide in place as a protector. So, wah, that's cool. And I'm out of ammo, so we're just going to do the tactical reload. That is definitely snappier to shoot than the full-size Raider, but it's also a much smaller package. A lot of the complaints I saw people have with the Raider is like, this is cool, but I might as well kind of almost carry a regular PCC with a folding stock. Like, it can get close. There is no PCC out there that gets realistically close to this thing. The button here is nice and stiff still. There we go. Like that. That is a tiny, tiny package. The stock is just barely long enough to be usable. Like, your face is in close, but viable. Like, this is cool. This is something that I think we saw the prototypes of the 365 Raider at SHOT Show 2 years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, and it's been an exciting thing knowing that it was coming. So very cool. Full disclosure, Flux went ahead and sent me the Raider chassis for this for free to do some video on. I then spent almost as much money getting a bunch of magazines for it. This, by the way, is only compatible with the larger of the 365 mags. When I was shooting this as a concealed carry style pistol, I only had 10s and 12s, and those mags don't actually work. They're too short to fit in the grip assembly here. They'll work in the stowage, but you can't actually put them far enough into the grip to use. So I had to get some 15s and 20s or 21s to use in this guy. Anyway, thanks to Flux. This is cool. I know there are some folks out there who are going to also think this is pretty cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.